Remains believed to belong to one of two young men who were swept out to sea on New Year's Day have now been found on Pennington Beach in KZN. The 21-year-old men were among a group that drowned during strong currents on the Durban beach. Newzroom Afrika's Phila Mthembu has more on the ongoing search. Joins us now. Phila, good afternoon to you. Heartbreak for the families here. What's happened?
Indeed, Stephen, heartbreak, absolutely. So the families were actually here when parts of the human remains were actually found. They were found on that rock right there behind me. So what we do know is that parts of these remains were actually stuck. They were washed out by the sea, and this was now actually discovered by one of the family members that are continuing to search for their loved one, who then alerted the teams on the ground. So we have missed them now. They have just left, but we do know that the search and rescue teams were here, as well as, the K9 Search and Rescue Unit, the NSRI as well, was on scene to ensure, that they collect as much evidence and also take a statement from this particular individual that discovered those remains. So at this point, due to the nature of the remains, they cannot confirm at this stage exactly who it is. We do know that a DNA testing is now going to have to be conducted, and from what we had seen here on the ground, there was a surgeon who took also the details of these family members. I guess now that would be to keep in touch with them and also call them in for a DNA testing. But we can imagine it was no longer in a condition that at least these families last saw them in. When you look at the day when they were actually stripped into the ocean, now this was the 1st of January. Today is the 6th, Stephen. They spent every single day and night in that sea over there. But of course, emotions still running high as now these families still remain in suspense. And when you look at, the search and rescue teams and the efforts, the operations that had been going on for the past couple of days, we did hear from the teams really saying that at some point they were met by challenges due to the weather conditions. But of course now what happened today actually marks a significant progress, as it essentially brings these families a step closer in terms of finding closure. So this is the information that we do have here on the ground, that we are at least able to ascertain quite sketchy details around the exact identification of who those remains are, which family actually these remains belong to. So from here, there is going to be indeed DNA testing that is going to be conducted. So it has also, the remains have also now been removed from scene. They have been taken by the forensic team in order to ensure that they conduct, further processes with the identification process.
Phila Mthembu, thank you very much indeed for that tragedy for those families.